Madam Chairperson, as I stand to speak on the budget of financial year 2020-21, I would be failing in my duty if I do not thank Honorable Prime Minister, whose vision has guided the budget, and Honorable Finance Minister, who has worked extremely hard to present this budget which addresses the needs and concerns of the common man. As our Honorable Prime Minister has rightly said, this budget has both vision and action, and it focuses on boosting economic growth, which would strengthen the foundations of our Indian economy in this current decade. Madam Chairperson, I would say with all conviction at my command that this particular budget is an extraordinary reflection of the balance between intent and content, vision and provision. When we read this budget, about 6 major sectors and 24 key areas come to mind. Against the backdrop of the current economic scenario, this particular budget will definitely facilitate investment, spur consumption growth, give a push to infrastructure projects, give a fillip to agriculture and rural development, strengthen social sector interventions which would go a long way in bringing relief to the poor, the needy and the vulnerable of the country. This is an age of technology, and we are all aware of the fact, Madam Chairperson, that the emerging technologies like blockchain, 3D printing, artificial intelligence, quantum computing, etc., have evolved and encompassed all aspects of our day-to-day existence. And I'm extremely glad to inform this august House that this particular budget has recognized this and is all out to leverage the technologies for the benefit of society, for the benefit of common man. There are 2 things which I would like to mention here. All of us are aware of that. Number 1 is the provision of rupees 8,000 crore for national mission for quantum applications and technologies. We are also talking of the use of artificial intelligence in healthcare, in streamlining GST and different direct taxes. We are also talking of the setting up of data center parks. That's very encouraging, that's a wonderful step. And there is also the provisioning of about 6,000 crore for BharatNet program. This particular program is very interesting in the sense that there will be 1 lakh panchayats which would be having fiber to home connections. And I'm sure all these efforts in boosting technology, in leveraging technology will go a long way in benefiting all of us and would create ample job opportunities in the days to come. Madam Chairperson, we move to the next, which is agriculture and rural development. After technology, we move to agriculture and rural development. There are 8 key areas that come to mind. Out of the list of 16 points, I would definitely try to list out 8 action points. But the first and the foremost is, I would draw the attention of this august House to the debate on an allegation which I have been hearing for the past 2 days regarding less allocation for Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. With all humility, Madam Chairperson, I would like to inform the House that I had the privilege of working as Joint Secretary to Government of India, which I was handling Mahatma Gandhi Narega for 5 full years, from 2013 to 2018. And this particular allegation that there is less allocation is baseless. Madam Chairperson, the comparison of BE can always be with BE. The comparison of RE of last year cannot be with the BE of this year. The budget estimate of 1920 for MG and REGS was 61,115 crore. And this time the BE says 61,500 crore. Now last year, the RE of MG and REGS went up to 71,000 crore. I have handled this program and I know the concern of this government for the poor and the vulnerable and the laborer. Whenever there has been need for money, This is a demand-driven program, MG and RGS, and whenever there has been need for money or wages, government has come up and government has chipped in a lot of funds for actually meeting the wages. From 61,115 crore last year, it went up to 71,000 crore, and this government being so very considerate for the needs of the poor, there is no reason why we should believe that this government will not come up again if the demand is there on the ground, again at the RE stage. So my dear friends on the right, let us all compare apples with apples. Let's not compare apples with oranges. We have to compare B with B. We cannot compare B with RE. That's the whole point. Now, number two, of course, I would like to mention, as far as agriculture and rural development is concerned, a very major step that the government has planned through this budget. That particular step is taking the states on board the spirit of cooperative and competitive federalism by encouraging them to go for massive structural reforms in the farming sector by formulating acts on the basis of the model acts for contract farming, for land leasing, and for agriculture and livestock produce marketing. These reforms have been pending for long, Madam Chairperson, and these are done. There would be tremendous employment generation in the farming sector, and many of the long-standing problems of the farmers would be solved. Now, the third issue which I would like to point out here is the idea of the Kisan Rail and the Krishi Udan. Extremely good ideas. We are aware of the fact that we have lots of fresh fruits and vegetables that go waste, and we need to have transport logistics. We need to have proper coal supply chain, and for that matter, we are talking of Indian Railways coming up with Kisan Rail for transport logistics and Krishi Udan for taking our fresh fruits and vegetables to national and international destinations. We are talking of PM Kusum. This is the fourth point. We are talking of leveraging solar energy. 20 lakh farmers, imagine, 20 lakh farmers would be given funds for solarizing their pumps, and 15 lakh farmers who already have grid-connected water pumps would be given funds for solarizing them. What a wonderful idea, and if it is executed properly, what benefit to the farmers, I think we all can understand. Madam Chairperson, all of us over a period of time have been talking of diversification in agriculture, but the credit goes to our farmers and to the government, to our government, that today 311 metric tons of horticulture produce actually is much more than the food grains produced. And this is all because of the farmers and the government's intervention, the diversification part of it. So, to encourage such farmers, the government has come up with the concept of one district, one crop idea, which I'm sure is going to encourage exports in the days to come. We are talking of bridging the infrastructure gap as far as agri-storage facilities are concerned. Our women would come up as Dhanya Lakshmi, and there would be storage godowns by the women for the farmers of the villages. Madam Chairperson, we are also talking of milk production. The milk processing capacity is planned to be enhanced from 53.5 million tons to 108 million tons. Imagine the kind of encouragement that the milk producing farmers would be getting. We are talking of marine fishery changes and marine fishery revolution, I would say, if it is not an exaggeration. I would say we are talking of marine fishery sector development in a major way. We are talking of Sagar Mitras. More than 3,000 Sagar Mitras would come up. The rural youth would be getting employment, and 200 lakh tons of fish production we are aiming at by 22-25. What a major leap that we are thinking of. What a dream. And this government has shown in the last 5 years that whatever it dreams, it actually translates those dreams into reality. The next point I would definitely like to focus on is the Jal Jeevan Mission. Our Honorable Prime Minister's vision, his dream, his focus on water-stressed districts of the country. This is a welcome step. The agricultural credit is going up, is planned to go up hugely from 11.5 lakh crore to rupees 15 lakh crore, which is going to be a major, major step. And we all need to thank Honorable Prime Minister and Honorable Finance Minister and her entire team for having conceptualized such a wonderful budget. Madam, we come to investment. Investment, I'll just take about 10-15 minutes, is a very important point. So I would request Madam Chairperson to give me some time. To strengthen the investment sector, we are talking of a single investment cell for expediting grant of licenses and promoting entrepreneurship. 5 neo smart cities would come up in PPP mode for promoting entrepreneurship. And Madam, we have all been talking about the dividend distribution tax. The dividend distribution tax, this will almost release 25,000 crore for the companies to invest, and of course the regis of the personal income tax slab would leave a lot of money in the hands of the individual for spending. Infrastructure, Madam, just give me 1 minute. I would like to read out what Honorable Prime Minister said on the speech of His Excellency Honorable President, and that says all about the vision of the government about infrastructure. Our Honorable Prime Minister in this House, in this August House, said the other day, I would quote him, for us, infrastructure is a combination of aspirations and achievements, about connecting people to their dreams, people's creativity to consumers. Infrastructure is connecting a child to her school, a farmer to the market, a businessman to his customer. It is about connecting people to people. We are talking of national infrastructure pipeline. We are talking of 6,500 projects. And Madam, we are talking of, as far as social sector interventions are concerned, the health sector, I would talk of 15.4% increase in the health budget. We are talking of about 69,000 crore, which is a huge amount. The Jan Aushadhi Kendras will have 2,000 medicines from this year with about 300 surgical equipments, water leap. Urban local bodies will provide internships and degree-level online education programs will be started by institutions who rank within top 100 in the National Institutional Ranking Framework. Madam, just 1 minute. Madam Chairperson, just 1 minute I will take. I would like to inform this August House, if we really read the budget carefully, if we think about the work that this government has done in the last 5 years and the kind of vision that our Honorable Prime Minister has, I would definitely say that we have moved from a regime of policy paralysis to a regime of policy action. We have moved from policy of scams to a policy where the government is trying to provide a transparent government. And Madam, as I conclude, I am reminded of the words of ex-US President Barack Obama. He had said, our budget is not just a series of numbers on a page. It is the embodiment of the value of a nation. And this particular budget which was presented is the embodiment of our values. We are trying to care for our society, supporting innovation, building good human resources. So at this time, I will end. I fully endorse this budget of financial year 2020-21 presented by our Honorable Finance Minister. Thank you so much.